What's going on, guys? This is Real Keishan here with,
Christian115, what's up, guys?
and today we're going to be basically doing a dual commentary. I got inspired to do this basically by and Code. Anyways, now we're going to be doing a dual com on something that Christian has already done on his channel, which is I guess you could say, quote unquote, school shooting.
Yeah, and that shit was hella scary. So how do you want to start it?
Right, so this was, any regular Wednesday. I'm exiting fourth period. I have, my woodshop teacher, pretty average day. Just fuck around in woodshop because, let's be honest, nobody does work in woodshop, especially with the teacher we have. But I'm going to fifth period, right? The class I honestly dread because I have the teacher that Christian has also done a story on. So, that's like the fucking worst hour of the day for school because it's also the period before lunch. So you gotta sit, dreadfully wait through that, and then just to go to lunch. So then here I am, just chilling, looking at the clock. I think we're doing some study time or something. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if you guys have ever been in a lockdown, but basically, the lady comes on the announcement board and she says, out of sight, lock the doors, lock the fucking windows, put the blinds out.
And keep in mind, this time period was, many hours. It was at least like, how long did it last? Like 6 hours, maybe?
No, it was even longer than that.
It
was
8 hours.
From like 11 when we get to fifth period until like 9 o'clock at night is when I got home. But some people got later than that.
Yeah, that's true.
So we start off, this regular lockdown. We thought it was a drill or something because we have a lot of drills at our school for lockdowns and fires and stuff. Because we don't want the fucking, the police getting mad that they're not checking the security.
Oh, yeah.
So we're like, oh, when is this gonna end? It's probably just a drill anyways. When is this gonna end? It should have ended like 10 minutes ago. We keep thinking this for around 2 to 3 hours.
And, when we're saying, like, oh, this should end, like, we're just thinking that, it was still a drill, like Jaden said. And everyone just was still fooling around when this was an actual, like, serious situation. After 10 minutes, stuff gets real.
Yeah, it's like once certain things go beyond the point of, 10, 15-minute lockdown, you sort of know shit got real. So, it comes to this point where teachers are like, it's okay now to get on your phones and all this stuff. Kids start going on Facebook, right? As any kid who's allowed to be on their phone during school does, they go on Facebook or Twitter. Or that's what me and Christian would do, because fuck Facebook. But everybody's getting all these stories like, oh, shooting near our high school. I'm like, what? We didn't hear.
For real,
we didn't hear anything. And then it turns out that these guys basically robbed a bank. They came, they fucking crashed the car right in front of our school near, like, I don't know if you guys have this, but it's where all the buses go. It's like the bus garage.
It's like a roundabout, kind of. Where the entrance is, it kind of makes a U, and then right in the middle where the U is, there's a parking space, a shit ton, and then the bus keeps going in the middle of the U, and then right at the the exit, where it hits the other U part. I don't know if you guys can understand this, but right at the arc of the U, at the exit, there's a bus garage, and you just park the buses in there, and there's like a whole shit ton of parking spaces that are blocked off so that no one can, like, get inside with the fences, and it just keeps the buses safe.
Yeah, so what we get told is that they crashed this car that they used to fucking rob this bank, and then they come, and right next to our high school, guys, there's a recreation center where you can do all this. It's like a YMCA, basically. And then outside they have a little pavilion where it's notorious, the smoking weed spot of basically all of Sheridan. This is where all the kids go. So we're like, what the hell? It's around there. There must have been a lot of people down there. So then next thing we hear is that they basically, what was it? It was like 3 people were assaulted. 1 person got shot in the arm.
And there was this old lady that got shot in her chest, I believe, on the right side of her chest.
Yeah.
So that, they wouldn't kill her, but she was pretty pretty badly damaged.
Yeah, they were basically just doing this to get a getaway car since they crashed the other one, or they were trying to ditch it or whatever.
Yeah.
So then, we're reading this. We're like, oh, so this is why we're on lockdown, right? And I don't know about Christian, but I don't know. All I heard was this loud bang. Like, it was like 3 or 4 of them actually.
Oh yeah.
Just a
You were closer because you heard the gunshots. You guys
yeah, like it felt pretty loud and it sounded pretty close. Like it sounded like if somebody were to go in the bathroom and fucking grab the stall door and start banging it back and forth against the thing. That's how loud it sounded to me. So I was getting pretty scared, Here I am sitting in the corner of this classroom. There's this fat kid Jace and this other fat kid Eric stinking like fucking Super Saiyan 4 lard ass and onions, and I'm trapped here for what? 3 to 4 hours in there by myself, with also the annoying teacher was in there. So I couldn't fucking complain to her that they smelled like shit, obviously. So then it comes around when the principal and the lunch ladies, they come inside the room because, lunch was after this period, and that basically the period never ended because we were in lockdown in the class. And then all this food comes in. A lot of the kids are being dicks and fucking taking 3 to 4 burgers inside their hoodie.
For real, that's fucked up.
So some of the kids didn't even have something to eat in this whole 10-hour experience.
Oh my.
So that was pretty fucked up on
you
their
guys
part.
had a full classroom, huh?
Yeah, keep in mind this is the advisory, so there's only 5 advisory classes, and they're both they're separated by gender. This is the only class that is separated by gender because of this whole mentor thing. That doesn't fucking matter. But and then after we eat, I'd say 10-20 minutes after we eat, they start telling us to come in and we're about to head into the gym. So this is where shit gets more real than ever. So here my whole classroom is in a straight file line. Our teacher and I believe one police officer are basically escorting us into our gym, and all around we see fucking policemen carrying sniper rifles like a Barrett 50 cal and then a Remington pump shotgun.
For real, like I explained in my commentary.
There was so many of them getting told to basically get in one huge ass line around the whole square of the gym.
Yeah.
And in one corner of the gym, that's where the door was, so they were leading people out of there to the front of the school into these buses, which would then be transported into this church, which is basically where we stayed for the next, couple hours until our parents came to pick us up.
Yeah.
They had this messed up, just horrible arrangement with it.
The whole system was all jacked up, and I remember that you left early because I think your mom was there with Dawn.
Yep, because my brother, if you guys didn't know, my brother and my sister both go to school. And basically the way our system is set up with the schools, we have one school, which is the lowest. It's kindergarten to 2nd, and then we have this next school, which is 3rd until 8th grade. And then you go to high school, which is obviously the 9 to 4.
Yeah.
So my parents told me that they already picked up my sister because she's in the littlest or the smallest school. Yeah. And then my brother was still, I met up with my brother inside the church, and then we got picked up by my mom. So it was just this long ass ordeal that didn't even need to happen. So I don't know why they had this place so messed up, the way they had it. But it was just
like prison, man.
Especially the way we were being led into the fucking buses.
Single file
line, policemen on all sides of us, they were encasing us.
For real.
Basically, it was when the people are in the prison areas and they're being transported to a different one, and they're getting loaded into the big ass prison buses with the shackles on them.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it felt like. We were even talking about this on the bus.
For real.
But on the way there, that's not the only bad thing. You know how we had people smelling like ass and shit, of course.
Yeah.
But there was also these annoying ass kids from the fucking choir singing like "Go Sheridan" or some stupid
hell
ass
no.
chant.
The fucking school chant where they're like,
Oh,
"Go Sheridan, go."
or "Freshman, what's your call?" or
Oh,
some
hell no.
cringy ass thing.
And everybody answered, and it was just so bad, dude. It was cringy. It was annoying. I mean, I don't know what other way to explain it as that.
This was just probably the worst day in school, because we didn't even get to go home until 9-10 o'clock. Like I said, usually school ends at 3 or 4,
Yeah.
depending on what time you leave and what you have to like do after school or whatever.
Yeah.
So here we are, just waiting for 6 hours past what we would be, and then it all just comes down to some people robbed a bank and then had to get another car, and they just jacked it from outside of our school. Alright, but that's basically it, guys. We hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did.
Leave a huge like.
Subscribe if you guys are new. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Stay fly, stay high, stay medicated.
Peace out, everybody.